Put your hands together over the stage, Miss Ashley Chamber.
Hello, hi. So last weekend I was over out on 12th Avenue. I was way far out by the river. I had to stop off at a Chase to deposit some money, or as I like to call it, the West Bank. I'm just kidding, I don't have any money. So I'm a linguistic bulimic. I word vomit all the time. I started talking at a really young age. My first word was airplane in Arabic, which is actually kind of concerning. My parents switched to English like immediately. So I'm super single. Yeah, it's hilarious. I actually blame my parents for that. Growing up, they really promoted higher education. It was like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I don't know, whatever repels people. So I'm a lawyer. I know, I have the skin of a 24-year-old and the emotions of a neglected mistress. So I'm a Palestinian Catholic. I'm what you would call a rare breed. I went to Catholic school like all through high school, and growing up, my school really promoted gender equality, to show that women can do anything. And so, to stand out, naturally, I became an altar person. It's like an altar boy, but equal. But that didn't really work out so well, because Father Daniel didn't really pay attention to me. That's why I'm up here right now. Growing up, I got attention in a bunch of random places. Like, I would always get randomly selected at the airport, which I actually kind of look forward to, because I meant I was getting some. I kind of feel left out of the Me Too movement. I haven't been touched in a long time. So I booked a flight. So Ashley is my middle name. When my parents were told they were having a second child, they were told they were having a boy. And when I came out, I'm not a boy. Sorry, Father Daniel. My dad was so surprised he went across the street to the bar over at Sizzlers to let my mom think about what she had done. So my first name is Samaya. It's my grandmother's name, and the compromise was I would go by Ashley, my middle name, because my mom wanted a white name. So Samaya is on all of my official documents. When I applied to college, I went to UC Santa Cruz, and I got my roommate assignment, and I got paired with straight out of the kibbutz from Israel, Shoshana. It was like the admissions office wanted to make room 4404 their own little personal Gaza Strip. Yeah, she was so afraid of me, she put her Israeli flag, it's a massive flag, on the entire wall of her room facing my side, as if I was gonna start throwing rocks at her or something. I was way too stoned for that. So dating in New York is really hard. Too many apps, too many Jews. You got Tinder, it's hookups looking for hookups. You got farmers only, farmers looking for farmers. You got J-Date, Jews looking for Jews. There's no app for Arabs looking for Arabs. All we have is swiping through the no-fly list. Could you imagine if I infiltrated J-Date? It's like I'd sparked the Palestinian-Israeli conflict out of the digital world. So when I was looking for a new job, I put my resume up on all these random websites, and the other day I get a message from this chick named Stephanie, and Stephanie says, hey, I have a client who wants to meet you, and I'm like, oh, what's the role? And she's like, oh no, it's not a role, I have a client that wants to date you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what is this website? So I go on it, and it turns out a couple of years ago, I signed up for this professional matchmaking, dating profile, and it had all these pictures of me that still kind of look like me today. And I'm like, well, what does he look look like? And she was like, oh, he looks like the guy in the purple tie on your photos. I'm like, who's the guy in the my brother? Yeah, I'll pass. So I did meet someone last weekend. It was like love at first sight, like our eyes met. I like, couldn't believe it. We were on the subway platform. I like felt all these sparks flying. Like, could this be the one? And as we're staring like intently, I look down and I'm like, he's touching himself, and I'm like, oh my God, I must look great right now.